giving up. We never speaking evil, always a new way of dealing with those people. Oh, that's a trigger word. I leave you standing see-through. I'm known to catch wreck. He do. I'm planning my next steps. Defeat you. If you ain't heard, I'm that. Sequel. Award-winning, magnificent, ain't no one that's my equal. Prequel, I'm the lethal, some say unbelievable. Who? Rich Bees, he make it do what it do. Who knew? Album 2, in my mind I chose to deliver to you. On your porch, kick the box like UPS do. I ain't through with this dose of truth. One too many ain't shoot. Why would I choose to inform you? I'm letting loose 59 milli, pot of stove, I'm cooking goose.
You know what it is. You know who it is. Rich Bees. It's a Saturday, and I'm back. Let's go. You see the title. Today is show and tell. So you probably ask me, what do you mean, show and tell? We ain't kids no more. We ain't in school. Nah, we not. But we are gonna show and tell today. So, what do we got to show and tell? First of all, we're gonna get into that. So hey, don't rush it. Don't rush it. It's coming. I'll show mine if you show yours. Yeah, that type of party. That type of party. So, yeah, anyway, I'm on here today, strictly because again, I want to see some of the things that you guys have built, some of the things you guys have created. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what y'all got going on. I want to hear. I want to hear what y'all got going on. And that, no cap, I really do. And I want to do that because I want to celebrate you. That's what we're doing today. Celebrating, right? Celebrating wins, bigging people up for the work and effort that they've put into different projects. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want to do this. I want to do this because I feel like it's good for the community. You know what I'm saying? So jump in, tell a friend to tell a friend, follow your mans, Rich Bees, the real Rich Bees on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. All right. I'm only live here though. I'm live here, but I'll post in every other place. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's really the gist is, celebrating you guys, showing you guys love for the things that you are creating. And also, potentially letting others be able to see the type of things that you've created. You know what I'm saying? What type of services you do. Because who knows? You know what I'm saying? We won't know unless you say something. And so that's why I want to make sure that you have the ability to say something. You know what I'm saying? So jump in, tune in, and let's really figure this thing out. Let's figure this thing out together. Let's look at all these things and say, hey, what can I show the world? I'll start off. All right. I actually built an application, and I told you guys about it before. Very, a while back. And it's an application for people who are looking for, photos of people who are Black, Indigenous, or people of color, right? I created a platform for that, and it was quite a bit of work. Took me about a year and a half. Now it's up and running. You can go to it now. It's BIPOCstock.com, right? BIPOCSTOCK.com. We're in beta with this application. So this is one of the applications that I built in the past. We're in beta right now, and I need more people to sign up. Okay? Sign up for what? Sign up to be a creator. Sign up to go on there and upload photos that you took, right? That you took. Don't have to be from some expensive camera. It doesn't have to be from, some high-end anything. It's images that you took that you think are dope and you think that people would be willing to buy. Because why? If you look on the other companies that do, stock photography and things like that, what I found is there's no representation in the black community. If it is, it's small, right? It's a collection here or a collection there, right? Couple photos where you have a couple of people who are intertwined in some of these photos, right, of color. So I created a platform so we can post our own authentic imagery and that others can buy. Okay. Again, you can go right now. BIPOC.com. Okay. Go on there and you'll be able to actually create your account, which is free. It doesn't cost you a thing to create an account, right? The only thing that costs on the platform is when you buy an image. That's the only thing that costs on the platform. Everything else is free. It's free to get your account and all that kind of stuff. If you, or excuse me, when you upload your photos, then you can get paid every time somebody buys an image from you. Okay? So that's what I created. Like I said, today is show and tell. So you can go look at it yourself. Okay? What you'll see is what I'm going to show you. Understand that this was created as a mobile style application, right? A PWA, which is a progressive web application. So that's what I created, but it'll work on desktop and it'll work on mobile. It's set up for mobile, but you'll see how it scales on desktop. Okay. So here's what it looks like at its base. Okay, so let's show it. Here we go. Let's see what if I have my desktop ready. Bow. Desktop, right? So this is the application. When you log in, create your account, you go to the explore page. Images will start to come up here. Remember, like I said, this is in beta. So it's like, there's not people there are people, we have people that have got in already. They're really new because we just kind of released it to the public for people to actually go in and start creating their accounts and stuff. But what you'll get is imagery. You can upload your image, you can create your account, all that kind of stuff. You have your profile page, right? So if you look at my profile page, right, what you'll see is you can have your own picture, all that kind of stuff, right? Remember, like I said, this is actually made for mobile. So it would scale for that, okay? But you start seeing the type of images I uploaded, right? Got landscape images, right? Scenery, cityscape, excuse me. You got people of color in an environment. You've got scenery, cities, rooms, right? All of these things are watermarked because you can't like right click and download or anything like that. But all of these are just images that people may want to use as stock photography. Who knows what somebody wants? You know what I mean? You don't know. You can't prejudge it. This is AT&T Stadium down in Dallas, right? You got all these type of images, people on a boat, you know what I mean, on a lake, just images that I've taken, right? And you never know what somebody may want to use for whatever they're creating. So what I'm saying is go on there, BIPOCstock.com, create your account, and you can do that. You can click up down here, you see the upload button, you upload your image, add your description, add some tags, what year, whatever, and you can click upload and sell. Or you can save it to your vault, right? If you save it to your vault, those are images that nobody else can see until you're ready to click upload and sell. Okay, so all of that's available. You have your vault area, which will house your vault and your purchased image. So any image you purchased will also show up in your vault, right? And then you have your explore page, you have your cart page, but on the explore page, you can actually still look at the things that you've liked, right? That you gave a heart. I'm thinking about this image. I might like this image, right? So I can heart it, right? If I heart that image, then it ends up showing up in my likes, right? If I don't like that image, like I don't want that one, it comes right up out of my likes. See what I'm saying? It's gone. Not in my likes anymore. But if I go back to my explore page, the image would still be there, right? If I want to add it to a mood, like a mood board, right? Say I want to add it to a mood because I'm like trying to look at this on a grand scale, and I'm saying, hey, I'm making a project for someone and I need a couple images that I'm thinking about, so let me stash them away somewhere, right? I can add it to a mood. Even though I don't like it, I can still click the mood button, add it to one of the moods I have. You know what I'm saying? And so all of that is available in there. When you go to the mood, then you have your moods, all the moods. Now if you do subscribe though, then you can have unlimited moods. Right now, by default, you can only have 2 moods, right? You can delete a whole mood or you can add a mood. Okay. So all of that's available. And again, like I said, this was actually built for mobile, so it's scaled for mobile, but it works on desktop too. And as we continue to build the application, we will then scale it better for desktop. But for right now, it has been built for mobile mostly because most people who have images on their phone, which is what we're targeting, mobile imagery, if you have it on your phone, then it makes it easier based on it being originally built for mobile. It'll operate the way that you would think it should operate on a mobile device. Okay. So I told you, it's show and tell. But you can also click the search button and you can search for whatever image that you have you might want. Right? So if you say, hey, I want something that has some lipstick, right? I can do that, type in lipstick and search that. Looks like at this moment there's nothing in there for lipstick, but there might be something in there for hats. Oh, and we got some hats in there, right? People got on some hats in these photos, right? And so the point is that you can do that. You can actually go ahead and buy now. You can just click the $sign and buy that immediately, right? Or, you can look at the details of any image, okay? Whatever the details are of that image. So if I go in here and I want to look at the details of this image, I could click details, right? That's where you get the description of it. You get the tags, you get when it was uploaded, blah, 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 right? If there's metadata on that image, you can click that and see what kind of camera was shot with, right? Focal length, resolution, when it was taken, all that kind of stuff. Make sense? I hope so. But the point is that all of these things that are in here are for sale. If you see an image, you can buy an image. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? There's other areas where you can go in here and you can get, you can give us feedback. If you have an issue with the app, you can look at the tips and tricks on how to shoot, better mobile photos and all that kind of stuff. Your area, you'll have whether you got an account or your subscription or whatever, right? So all of that's within here. We have our rules and our terms of service. All of that's located down there. So the point is that built this application from scratch. It's not built on any other application that we modified. This is from scratch. Okay. And again, there's more to grow. There's more to grow with it. But the point is that as we grow, the application will continue to get better. It's the same thought process I have behind this stream, right? This channel is always getting better. We're always trying to fix anything that is not working for us, right? If it doesn't work the way we intended it, if we don't think that this is going well and this is the way we should run this channel, then we're going to modify it, right? So you'll constantly see this channel evolve over time. The same way you'll see the app evolve over time. More users come in, the more feedback we get, the more we start to implement more changes. So get in there, tell a friend to tell a friend, go to BIPOCstock.com today, create their application, and let's get some creators in there. We do have a benefit going on that the first 100 founders, what I'm calling founders, they're creative founders, who go in there, create their account, and start uploading images immediately. they can get bonuses on the first time that they get paid off of it. Okay, you don't have to have sold a certain amount or whatever, but the more people that buy the good images that you create, your percentage of how much you get off each image goes up. Okay, so we want to create this economy of creators of color having photos of creators of color and people buying them, so that way we can have this full 360 degree of economy for us to make money, because people are looking for the images that we already have sitting on our cell phones. People are looking for those images. So I'm telling you now, go tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Go get a friend. Tell them, hey, have you heard about this new platform called BIPOC Stock? You got to be a part of it. You got to start uploading images if you want to start making money. Because here's the thing, what I understand. What I understand right now is if you take a look at the photos on your phone, you probably are sitting there with at least 12,000 images in your phone. More than likely, on average. Okay? On average. And most people who I've talked to when we did a focus group about it, they're sitting well over 15,000 photos on their phone. What does that mean? That means you're paying for storage from Android or Google. You're paying for storage on iCloud. You're paying what's it called, Dropbox. You're paying for Google Photos. You're paying for all of these other places to store all of these images. I'm not charging. We're not charging you despite how many you upload, because the point is for us to create this library so that way your photos make you money, right? The better photos we have, more people come to purchase, the more money you make. Now your storage is paying you versus you paying for storage. How does that sound? If that's not convincing enough, then what about if you uh, uh, are an early mover? Then the first people that come in to buy photos are going to see your photos. If you wait and you don't do it now, what happens is other creators are going to get in here. They're going to start uploading their photos. And when people first start coming to the platform, they're going to see their images first. Now, understand, we don't prioritize necessarily images over other images, because the system, the way I built it, was it'll start to decide based on what is being liked, what is being put in moods, what is being purchased, and then it'll decide whether to push it higher or move it lower. You know what I mean? So that means the cream of the crop images are going to start to rise up. The not so good, they still get pushed though. And that was the caveat I had, because I wanted to make sure that everybody got chance to shine. I want everybody's images to be able to be at the top, right? Basically a really good discovery system. That's why I told you, it took me a year and a half to build this. So it might look simple when you look at it. It might look like a basic type of site. That's only because it's in beta. But the logic behind it is the part. The logic behind it is what took so long to do. Because I wanted to make sure that certain things are put in place so that way there was a uniform way of people being able to see people's images and the creators to end up getting paid for their creations. Now, another thing, we're not looking for your flyers, right? Your graphics. We're not looking for your AI creations. That's not what we're looking for. That's not what BIPOC stock is. Okay? BIPOC stock is stock photography, right? Photos that you've taken with a camera. That camera can be on your phone. That camera can be, a still photo off your GoPro. That photo can be from a DSLR. It can be a picture that was, created in digital from a film camera, whatever. The point is that It needs to be an authentic photo, not some kind of created, modified image. Okay. So we don't want something that you have, put in a Photoshop, changed it and modified it like that. Just give us a stock photo. Give us a clean photo, right? Clean photo. Doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Because what happens when you're a creator and you're looking for these images that you want to create, most of the time, okay, let me give you an example. Here we go. And I am a graphic designer, right? So I do create flyers, I do create logos and things like that. So there's times where I'm looking for assets. When I'm looking for assets, what I'm looking for is the thing that I'm looking for to put in the graphic that I'm making. I'm not looking for, you know, something that's already been edited. I want something that is clean, just a crisp photo that has certain items in the photo that I'm looking for, right? And who knows what that might be? That might be I'm looking for, somebody holding a camera. That might be I'm looking for somebody just looking straight at the camera, right? Because I'm trying to create, let's say, um, for illustration purposes, I'm trying to create a video mock-up of what a video screen can look like. And I need a person to be shown on that screen. Well, if I see a photo that has an action or a person that looks interesting, that fits the narrative that I'm trying to create on this graphic, bam, I'm looking for that image. I'm not looking for something that's already, because as a designer, I can make it look like what I want. You know what I'm saying? I just need the image to be as close to um, crisp as possible. So that way I can modify it. That's why I'm saying, as a designer, when you're looking for an image, when others are looking for an image, say they want to put the image on their website, because they're promoting something and they like, oh, this image looks just like what I'm trying to let people know about the thing that I'm trying to do. And they grab that photo, they're not looking for it to be all photoshopped up and stuff. They're looking for something that's going to be, really clean, that fits what they're trying to get across, and it goes on to thing. That's why there's so much availability or so much openness in this sector for more photography. Because what happened today, remember, a photo is a moment in time, right? A photo is a moment in time. That moment will never be seen again. It doesn't matter if the same people are in the image, that moment will not be ever again. That moment is only at that particular time code, that time, second, minute. That's never going to happen again. Okay. So I'm saying that to tell you guys, any image can be good enough. Remember, we had the whole stream talking about good enough. Good enough is what you upload. Okay, so don't have to do all that extra pizzazz and say, oh, well, my images aren't, they're not like professional looking. They're just images. They're just pictures. You have the perfect image because you're not trying to hype it up. You're not trying to make it look like something it's not. Just put the photo there, upload the photo, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody who's going to want that photo. I mean, at least the option to use it as an option. They might be like, okay, this is close. Let me heart this one. Or let me put this in the mood because this is kind of close to what I'm looking for. And then they look through some stuff, look through some more stuff, and then end up finding out, you know what, that is the one I want. I'm gonna get that one. That's the closest one to what I'm looking for it to be. I can make it get the rest of the way. That's what we're doing here, okay? So now that y'all understand that, that's my show and tell. If you got something that you want to show, if you got something that you want to tell, jump in the chat. Let me know. You can head over to the Discord. You can upload your link. You can, tell me what it is, whatever. However you get me to it, we can show it. And if I need to, we can create a voice channel. Well, we already have a voice channel. You can jump in the Discord voice channel and you can talk through what it is, and I'll show it to everybody else. Okay. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna leave the floor open for a little bit. And if you want to share something, let me know in the chat. Say, yo, I got something. Go to the Discord so I can talk about it. Let's do that. Okay. This is all open at this moment, people. Why? Because I'm trying to give you the floor. I'll do this again soon. I will do this again soon. But for now, I it's a benefit that I can lead the way and show you something that I've just created first, right? Here. This is my creation. This is what it is. No judgment, only celebration, right? Because I'm excited. I'm excited after taking all the time it took to build it. I'm still excited, and I'll continue to be excited. Okay, so hopefully we can be excited for what you've created also. That's the type of community this is. That's what the Real Rich Bees is all about. So make sure that you let me know. Put it in the stream, put it in the chat, and we can go ahead and review it. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload a couple more photos in the app. So let me do that, and y'all can stick and stay if you want, or you can tell me what you want to show and tell about, and we'll get to that. All right, I'll be here, and while you're waiting, tell somebody else to join in if you think that they got something that they want to show and tell. Told you, because the floor is open. It doesn't have to just be an app. It can be something that you built by your hands. It could be some music that you create. It could be whatever you want to show and tell about. And we're willing to listen to your backstory. All right. That's what we're doing today. Like I said, I'll leave it open for a little bit longer, but for the most part, this is what we're doing. In the meantime, I'm uploading photos. Going to the desktop. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. If you want to add songs to the playlist, you can do that now. Oh, hold on. Let me turn it on. Let me turn it on so you can add songs to the playlist. Let me make sure it's on. Bow, 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 bow. Let's see if it's working. This is the these are the songs that were still on the playlist from the last time that we had the playlist going. So let's see what it is. Here we go. Can y'all hear that? Oh no, it's not playing. Let me see if I can get it to play, y'all. Oh, there it is. If can y'all hear it? If y'all can hear it, put W's in the chat. Put W in the chat if you can hear it. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Oh, let me find me a couple images first that I can upload. Mm, hold on. I'm trying to find an image to be able to put in here. Let me see if I can find another image. Cause I know I got some recent videos, but we haven't got to that point that we're gonna add videos yet. I got some options, but I haven't. Um, let me see. Let me see if I put this on here before. Mm, let's see. Okay, so here's some images. This is in my vault, right? I don't mind showing y'all my vault. Again, we in beta, so it is what it is. But here's here's some images right here, right? Um, hold on. Can y'all hear me? I think my music might be too loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. All right. Can y'all still hear? Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. I'll turn it down a little more. All right, there you go. So if as long as you can hear me, that's what matters, right? So here's the vault, right? This is my vault. Okay, my uploaded images. See how you got uploaded and you got purchased? All right, right there and right there. So in my uploaded, I have these images. These are ones that I meant to set live. But again, because we're in beta, they were acting a little bit different. Okay, so let's see if some of the changes that I did fixed it yet. So right now it looks like that. This is all the text and stuff that I put in here before, right? This is at the gathering place at the Arkansas River in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? So let's see. Let's put a comma right here. All right. And I put some tags in there, year it was shot. And then if I click save and sell, right, it comes up out of the vault and it says my image is now for sale. So if I go to the explore page, here's the thing. It probably won't show up in the explore page because what I think I set it up as is I don't see my own images, right? Nobody sees their own images on the explore page. You only see other people's images. Okay. Other people can see your images, but you can't see your own images. But if you want to see your own images, then go to your own profile, right? So I have my profile right here, Rich Bees, and in my profile, I can go through and look at those images there. Let's see what's happening. There we go. Oh, see how I did this right here? It rotated it, right? It shouldn't be rotated. Let's look at the metadata. There it goes. Okay. So that's a bug right there that I'm gonna have to rectify. And I don't know at this moment why it happens only to some images, right? That are portrait. Because you see, this is vertical, right? That's vertical. That's vertical, right? Like all of these are vertical and it didn't rotate them. So why did it rotate this one? So that's a bug I'm gonna have to figure out. And so if you have images that you've already set for sale and now you don't want to sell them anymore, then you could just press the lock icon, right? Other people don't see this lock icon. You see it for the images that you've uploaded, but they can't see that, okay? Because they can't control whether or not your image is for sale or not. So if I click the lock icon, I can see, are you sure you want to lock this image back in your vault? Yes, lock. And so now it's gone off my profile page, right? That image doesn't exist anymore. But if I go head over to my vault, image is still there. And if you notice in the vault, it's vertical, right? Wild work. Wild work. And this one did the same thing, I think. Let's try it. Let's see if we can save it. Right? It's gone. It should be in my profile. Pull up my profile. And it's sideways. What is it? So let's lock it back. And we have to figure this out, because that means these two photos, there's got to be something alike, right? This one right here did something even different, right? So again, there are some bugs that we're still working out, but this I'm pretty sure is a minor fix once I can figure out, well, what's the commonality out of them, right? So see, this one right here is upside down. So it obviously is based on phone orientation, right? It's based on phone orientation, but how come it knows to be the right way on the other screen? You know what I'm saying? So when I lock it back, let's go back to the vault. So that one's going upside down. These two are going sideways, right? These two are going sideways. This one's going upside down. If I click on this one, this is the outside at the stadium, and you got the huge reflection pool and stuff. Let's save and sell that one. Let's go to my profile. Oh, that one's the right way. Okay. So why wasn't that one in here before? Oh, there it is. That's the one. I thought it was this one, but it's not. It's this one. Yeah, this is the right way, right? Wild work. I don't know why I did that. So, okay, that one's working. But again, like I said, this is in beta, people. This is in beta. So I'm really trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what it is that is causing this to happen, because I don't know, right? That's what bugs are. You got to figure them out. So I have to figure out what the commonality is out of these three images that's causing it to rotate these two 90 degrees and this one 180 degrees. So that's going to take me time to research and figure out. Right. So yeah, I'm being transparent with you guys, right? I haven't purchased any images yet, so there's nothing in there. But yeah, that, like, this is always right. It is work when you build an application, especially something that has inputs that come from other people's devices and stuff, because I can't control how their device gives it. I need to be able to tell, based on something out of that, of what they sent me, the way to orientate that, right? And the way that I did was I tried to follow the orientation of the device, which is encoded into the image. But for some reason, on these it's not working. But it works in the vault. And there shouldn't be anything different, because once it's uploaded, right? It's not like uploaded into the vault is different than just uploaded and sold, meaning maybe what shows it is what's different. Like the code that I'm using that shows it, because it is different because of how this one is showing it without the card, right? Like, so in my vault, it doesn't show with a card. So there's no card there, right? It's just the image with no border, no anything. It's just the image straight up. But on the profile page or any other page, there's a card around it, right? There's a card around it, and because it gives you all the other details and stuff, which it doesn't do on the vault page. So could it be that details that the way this is pulling it, I'm not given the right orientation, or I've modified the orientation in some way. Maybe, maybe I'm gonna have to take a look at the code and figure it out. But in the grand scheme, I mean, it's up and running, right? It's up and running, it's working. I have bugs to work on these type of images, so I'm gonna have to review those, see what's going on with them, and then we will push an update. Okay, this might not take long to fix, but then again, it might be, because I've already looked into this bug once, and I thought I rectified the issue, but it's still happening on these images right here. So there's something different about them, and now I just have to figure out what it is. All right. So anyway, um, that's my show and tell for today. I hope it helped you guys. I hope it gave you the excitement to say, hey, I too want to show something that I've built, right? I want to show something that I developed. I want to show something that I came up with. I want to maybe, play my music so I can talk about, where the song came from, or how I thought about it. You know what I mean? Because that's what we're here for. We're here to support one another. We're here to build up one another. We're here to grow and become better versions of ourselves. That's what my channel does. That's what my channel has done since we started. And we will continue to do that. Right? So if anybody's for you, know that Rich Bees is for you. And I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I came to show and tell. Thought others would be able to want to show and tell. So know that if you want to show and tell, I'll have a stream especially for your show and tell. Okay? Just make sure that you go to the Discord, because that's where you can actually put in yours. Okay? So if you want to get into the Discord, I'm gonna add the invite, but let me add the show and tell in the Discord. Hold on one second. I'm gonna add the channel in the Discord for show and tell, so that way y'all can put in there what you want to show and tell, and then I'll create an episode for your show and tell. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so let's do a show and tell. All right, so we now have a new channel called show and tell. Together with voice video. What I could do, hold up, I can make show and tell a voice. Nah, nah, nah. We're gonna leave it as a text channel. All right, so go into show and tell and add what you want to show and tell, and let me know. Because once I see it in there, I'll create a stream for it, and we'll also set a day in that channel that you're gonna come on and you can do it. Okay, so show and tell. And so here's how you join the Discord, right? So to join the Discord, just click that link right there. That's your invite to join the Discord. I'll pin it to the top. So make sure you join the Discord. All right, if we're able to get 2 or 3 people, if we're able to get 2 or 3 people at the same time, then we may combine the show and tell day, right? We may combine the show and tell day, so that way that episode will have multiple people that can show their item at the same time. All right. So there's that. I think that we have done, something pretty dope when it comes to BIPOC stock, right? So make sure that you go over there, set up your account now at BIPOCstock.com, BIPOCstock.com. Create your account, start uploading your images because it's already set up for you guys to start making money with it. Okay, this is another avenue that you can make money. We know the economy's tight these days. We know that people don't have, necessarily, extra money coming in. But there's always somebody creating graphics. There's always somebody looking for photography. There's always somebody looking for certain pictures and imagery so they can use it in their advertisement for their thing, on their website, on their marketing material, or whatever. So upload some images because that'll get you some ducats. You know what I'm saying? Put some ducats in the bucket. Bum. All right. So the playlist is now finished for the day. I've shown and tell. I've given y'all the ability to go to the Discord, put your item in the show and tell so we can plan that out. So with that being said, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow your man, Rich Bees, the real Rich Bees. And I'll see you guys on the next stream. Have a great day.